Hello. As much as it pains me to say it, welcome back to another Mayfair Monday. Lord, I'm trying, y'all. We're trying. We've been trying to needle baker this situation from the beginning. Just, we giving y'all the best that we got. We've been Mariah Carey, and I'm gonna do the best I can with what I got. But you can't do nothing when they don't give you nothing. If you're just getting in here, remember to show us some love in the chat. Let us know your thoughts. Also, hit the like button on everybody's platform. If you like what you're hearing, go subscribe to these beautiful ladies. We would definitely appreciate it. Breaking her out first, because I hope she got some good to say. She Quana be finding the light at the end of the tunnel. Quana, did you enjoy this episode? I can't even say that with a straight face.
Okay. So the light at the end of the tunnel was that we might finally get to some ancestral land, some power, some background, some something. So that's hopeful.
That's beautiful, Quana. That's beautiful, Quana.
I was reaching for it. I was throwing a lifeline. I was throwing some rope.
Throw some rope. That was just the theme of the episode. Throw me some rope. Throw me a lifeline. Somebody throw everybody some rope, Quana. We need all the rope that we can get. See the superior. Give us some rope. We'll take any rope that you got back there. Did you find anything that you enjoyed about this episode?
I gotta pull y'all out the Victrola. Is that what y'all need me to do?
Oh, please.
I actually, okay, since to bring some, a little silver lining, I thought the ending of the episode was pretty good. Like, I was a little shocked at the ending. And I dare say, these last two episodes have been missing Lasher. I feel like Lasher brings more to the show. It's been missing a little Lasher recently, and I feel like it's suffering because of it. But we got a little more Lasher at the end of this episode, so there's that.
And I'm gonna let you have it, see, because I was going to interject. That is a beautiful thing to say. Way to go, see. We love you for it. Last but not least, my girl Ashley in the back with the sweet perspective. I doubt she has one for this show, but we gonna ask her anyway. Ashley?
Before I get into that, Tyra, I just want to make it clear to the hunchback hook-nosed heifer who was in my comments last week talking about race as it relates to this show. This is not a black or white thing, okay? We don't hate Rowan because she's whitey, okay? We don't hate her because she's Caucasian. We hate her because she's dumb, and in this episode, she was both dumb and dumber. Okay. But overall, it was Mayfair. It did nothing really. But yeah, I'm ready to get into it. I laughed. And we saw Rowan separated and really was the same person in both places. So right? I don't get the, we'll talk about it. But I had to get that off my chest. My apologies.
That was the main thing that was sending me. I'm like, girl, but where's the difference? It's just like, all this intellect in here and all of that out there is just a blur of just love. And I was like, where? It's the same old Rowan. I personally can't stand Rowan because the actress cannot act. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, okay? But let's get into the show, if that's what you want to call it. And of course, we ain't gonna start with the show because we gonna start here because this is just where I want it to be. Because what we got here, they ain't give us nothing, so we gonna use what we got. One, I'm gonna come to you first because I know you know who both of these ladies are. We gonna go to some real witches, witches that we've had fun with over the years. This or that, corner.
While I love me some Bet, and nobody has vocals like her, I'm gonna give it up to Angelica Huston because I love the witches and she's sinister. She's the original baddie, so I love her.
See, what about you?
Winifred is an icon. She is the moment. Okay, she will always be that girl. I'm going Winifred Sanderson for forever. My favorite Sanderson sister.
Ashley, what about you?
Yeah, I'm over here with the Divine Miss M because I don't know who that other lady is. And Bette Midler is always going to do it for me every single time because the vocals are flawless, even in Hocus Pocus. I'm staying over there with Auntie Yvette.
Well, y'all can put that in your pipe and smoke it too, because I'm going over here with Angelica. I mean, Hocus Pocus of it all. If you are a true watcher of both of these movies, the witchy performance over there is far superior. I am so sorry. Like, It is absolutely iconic. When you think of this witch in itself, like it shouldn't be, but the stereotypical image of what a witch is supposed to represent, the harlot of it all, the nose of it all, the decrepitness, the baldness. Remove your wig, sisters. I'm going over there with Angelica and the witches because it was absolutely everything. Even though I love Winnie Down, but it's just different. Like, have you seen the witches, Ashley?
Never. That's what I'm saying. I have no. Sorry to this woman. I have no idea who this woman is. Maybe we can watch it in the Discord because I have no clue.
We absolutely have to. It is absolutely iconic. And in my mind, when I think of like my top witches, Winnie would be number three. Of course, the Wicked, Wizard of Oz situation, not the recent one. Old school Green Witch. And it's her. Like, those are my top three. Those are my top three witches.
Okay.
I feel like Winifred got more power though. I feel like she could do. She got the book. She got, they was out here making curses and stuff. I don't know.
It is. The power is there, and it's everything. But it's just something so sinister. Like, we're witchy. Winnie was over there. They was sucking the lives out of little children. Like, no, and Angelica was standing on business. Okay, we're not even trying to suck the lives. If I thought you saw me, I'm turning you into a rat. Like, I'm here for it. Like, it's just so good and it's just so sinister. It's something so layered and spooky and dark about her. Where, rightfully so, Winnie and the girls, they do give Disney Channel because that is the product of Disney. She was standing on business over here with the rest of the little bald headed sisters. But we gonna watch it, Ashley. We are definitely gonna watch it. I can't believe you never seen it.
I can't
Never
believe-
in my life.
Oh, and
I can't. I don't want to give no spoilers, but when you finally watch it, Ashley, the lore, and there's just one part of the lore that once you watch it, it stays with you every single time you go somewhere and you see certain items.
Yeah, you're like, they're here.
I don't want to give it away. It's so good though.
It is. If you see a certain, like, oh, okay, they're here. What kind of meeting is this? We're getting the hell out of here. They're about to remove the wigs. Overall thoughts for me, I thought this episode was awful. This is the worst episode for me so far. It was really tedious for me to get through this episode. I'm really over the fact that Miss Rowan here, respect to this actress, I don't know if she needs more time to develop. How much more time would we need prior to maybe Percy Jackson in them? I don't know. She cannot act. She cannot act. She cannot act. And it hurts me. It cuts me deep. Especially when we have a whole episode consisting of her standing next to someone who can and who is extremely capable, and we gave Ted Levine nothing. Like, it was just so bad. There wasn't enough progress in the story, regardless if we have 3 episodes left or not. We went nowhere. What the hell made anybody in their natural mind think that we wanted 40 minutes of her yelling to a miniature dollhouse about a rope? Never. And then we're supposed to go through this divine journey of her realizing that she's separate, and the person on the outside that needs to throw her this rope is just basically an airhead, and she's the one with the intellect. You're both dumb. Quana, overall thoughts?
I was so pissed. I'm gonna tell you right now, the first 2 minutes before they actually revealed the switch up, I was about to throw my phone down and message y'all, say I can't do it, because I was so hot after those first 2 minutes because of what I thought. I was like, I know we ain't do all this, and she ain't even up in here. That said, the little twist that they tried to throw in here, I don't know why they wanted to steal from the 1990s show Are You Afraid of the Dark, but that just pissed me off, because it's like they keep giving us the bones of something that could be interesting, and it's like they're afraid to go there. And I don't understand. This cannot be the same studio network that gave us, Interview with the Vampire, because Interview is never afraid to go there, and this show keeps holding back. And it's not helping that she can't act her way out of a paper bag. That's not helping. So I just was very ticked off this whole episode, because I could see the potential for goodness. It's just not giving.
Well, see, you said that you found the light at the end of the tunnel more so at the end of the episode, but what did you think about the full-on portion of the show?
I think whenever we put too much of a focus on Rowan is never a good thing. Like, she's boring. And not only that, I'm discovering as I'm reading through the book Lasher, it's because she wasn't even in the damn book like that. So they just pulling this out their ass. Excuse me, pulling this out their butt. And that's the problem. The writers of the show don't have anything to pull from the source material. So they just try to throw something together and it's looking like this on screen. And that's the problem. So the first like 75% of this episode was trash. and it was kind of interesting.
I picked this picture because this was this dumbfounded face we had to sit through. Oh, can you? Oh, I was like, what is she doing? Why? You look like a mouth breather. Ashley, overall thoughts.
Scream King's podcast said it best. The last 5 minutes was the best thing about this episode. We should have been in Scotland over there with Ian. Because I think those are where the real witches reside, where the real witches reside, where the real witches reside. Because these New Orleans people aren't doing a damn thing. I'm like, is there going to actually be magic? I hated Rowan v. Rowan. I really did. Because really, girl, it was... This actress, Didardio, whoever you are, ma'am, I need you. You are not Tatiana Maslany. This is not Orphan Black. I don't need you playing any other characters but your main one. And I really don't even want you playing that. I think this was a stretch. By every length of the imagination, she did not need to be in two places at one time. We barely need her one place at one time. I don't enjoy the storyline with oh boy talking to her dumber self. The best part again, I think, was the ending and our interactions with Julian. But I think she even stunted his performance because it was going nowhere. It's like you have all of this dynamic on one side, and then she is just like a flat pancake on the other side. Lint liquor. I hate it. I don't like that at all. But I was excited to see Albrecht be taken out, and I'm excited to be in Scotland. At least that. I'll say that. It did give me, a little bit at the end.
I'm glad somebody got some. I was ret to go from the beginning. But the English crash dummy missions, I'm over them. When she initially got in there and was like, hey you, Julian, tell me where Lasher is. Huh? You're cold? Oh, okay. Throw me the rope. He's not giving any for us. I was like, are you gonna try? Could you try a little harder? Could you press a little bit more? She literally got in there for 2 seconds and said, hey, throw me the rope. I'm not getting it. I thought that was so comical. I was deaded as soon as she got in there. Ashley, but someone throw us some rope. Did she try hard enough? Because this is the whole last episode was set up on, I need to get in there. I gotta go in there and go toe to toe with Julian. I gotta talk to him. He's the only one that can get me anywhere near Lasher. So you would think that she would press the issue. Did she try as hard as she could?
No, she was resigned to her fate. When he said, baby, you're not getting out of here, she was like, well, okay, well, since I'm not leaving, since I'm not getting out of here, go on and just tell me. Well, first of all, I was Lasher's lover. Then I was his mother. Girl, right. Shut the hell up. And then to further go on this point of why we never needed two of her, she was out a whole damn 5 hours before they even got put 2 and 2 together. Girl, this is not... This is the same Rowan. This is the same exact Rowan. Again, I don't know why we were just so quick to jump down there. Again, we know that the sisters, listen, then had them each their way, and they know Julian is formidable. So I just really don't understand where we're getting to a point where anybody felt like Rowan was the one who needed to go on this mission to get any piece of information. It's not computing for me. 1 + 1 is not equaling 2 in these moments, because Julian is how old? He knows all the book of spells. Clearly, he was a whole warlock out here in these streets, giving people potions to forget and all kinds of stuff. And you're going to send dummy Rowan in there. And I don't care if this was supposed to be smart one. She was still a big dummy. And then these sisters, you're still holding stuff back, Dottie Jean. I don't trust any of them. There's no way I would go into this abandoned land, this secret Victrola, without having more information. This was so annoying. This was so dumb. And then what made it so bad is she's in there with Julian and she's like, just do it. Oh gosh, look at her. She's never going to get me out. Rowan, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I hated it. I hated those big eyes. I hated everything about it. I'm trying to be nice, but yeah, this was terrible for me. This was not it. I would have rathered Moira go in than Rowan go in.
See, did she do all she could when she first got in there to crack Julian to get that information? Did she try her hardest?
Rowan doesn't know what a hard day's work looks like. She always seems like the type that just gets whatever based off of her big blue eyes. And what makes me the maddest about this in particular is because this show, I can run with a bad show. Like, I'm okay with a show being a little trash because I like trash sometimes, right? I don't mind it. But when it doesn't stick to its own logic, that's when it kind of pisses me off. Like when she's in the Victrola, then suddenly she can pull herself out the damn Victrola with no rope. She can just do it by herself. And like, she doesn't, like, the time's running out. Nobody's flipping the time over when she's in and out. And it's like the stuff that happened in the episode just didn't make sense to me based off of the own logic of the show that the show is saying. And that's what made me the maddest in this whole episode, and with these scenes in particular, because I know she's a trash actress. We know this. It's just, but I would hope that the writers would at least stick to their own logic, but they don't, unfortunately. So.
I think her acting is more pronounced because the writing is so bad. If the writing was good, I don't think we would care as much. But y'all can't do both. Pick a struggle. Mm-hmm. Quanah, did she do everything she could? Because baby was trying to get out of there. I think she was in there for all of a minute before she was trying to leave. Did she do everything she could?
No, I mean, first of all, it was dumb at the end of the last week's episode when she just hopped into Victrola without having no real knowledge of how anything works. And so she got played within the first 2 minutes of her being in there. That was dumb. Like, I'm just it's frustrating because you're giving us this character that's supposed to be, you know, the person who's taken over the family, has all the power, and she doesn't know anything, and she doesn't know how to work with the lack of knowledge that she has. She just assumes that it's going to just fall into her lap and be wonderful and perfect and beautiful. And then the show won't go there. And then they don't explain the stuff that we do get. Like, maybe I blinked and missed it because I was so ready to leave. I was so pissed when the first 2 minutes started. Did they even explain why was there a dollhouse in the Victrola room? Did they explain the power beyond that? Because I don't remember. Maybe I blinked and missed it.
No,
that's how he looked at his girls.
I was like, he's the watcher. He's been watching everything.
Yeah. I'm like, what about his power? Like, gives it, like, we don't even know anything about Julian other than, okay, now he can make people forget things. What is his skill set? He's the one who has all the power. So why did they need her?
They infer
questions.
They infer, like, what my inference was, and again, they didn't give us any of this. But like, I think
Julian can't birth no babies. That's all I thought.
He can definitely take people out the thrall. I'm sure he can put them in the thrall. I'm sure he can do anything related to the house, based just on what we've seen. But they've done a horrible job with painting the picture or giving us a narrative as far as what he can do, what he can't do. But we know he opened the door for Lark to come on in, so he controls the house in some capacity.
Blowing his breath, and then now the doors just blow. I was like, oh, okay, you the wind now, you storm. What is happening?
And why didn't they just send in Dolly Jean? Dolly Jean got clearly they got a relationship. Dolly Jean wants Lasher back. Well, let's figure out what Lasher is.
Dolly Jean going in there for something else. She would have got easily distracted.
She would have got both. She would have got that and the job done, unlike Rowan.
But let's go here because we needed to keep this a light affair, okay? Ashley, I'm going to come to you first. So one of these movies has to go. I already know where you're going since I know what you've seen. That's why I'm going to come to you first. Which one of these are you getting rid of, Ashley?
I'm actually going to get rid of Practical Magic. We just watched this not too long ago, a couple weekends ago, and I could take it or leave it. There were some moments, but it wasn't my... but Hocus Pocus gotta stay, and I want to see the witches now. So yeah, Practical Magic, it can go. I don't know. That was an era. That was a moment in time. Like, and I love young Sandy, but
oh Lord,
I want to see what the witches is.
You up there because Quanah was just dying on the inside at your statement. Quanah, one of these has to go. Which one are you picking?
Okay, this is going to shock a lot of people, being that I am like the Disney adult, but I'm gonna get rid of Hocus Pocus.
Wow. Blasphemy.
Only because I love Binks, oh my gosh. But I realize even though I own this movie, I very rarely go back to it. And even in my October rewatches, I go back to like so many other movies and not this one. But I watch The Witches probably like every year. And Practical Magic's one of my comfort movies.
Mm. Oh Lord, I'm shocked. See, what about you? What are you throwing into the wind? It's gotta go. One gotta go.
I'm going to say, as far as I know, there's only one of these movies that actually got a sequel and is getting a third. That's all I'm going to say as far as Hocus Pocus is concerned. But I've actually never seen Practical Magic. So I'm going with that one. I've seen Witches and Hocus Pocus.
Practical Magic is getting a sequel. It's coming out this year.
Well, it took too long. It took them this long. It don't even count.
It took the same amount of time as Hocus Pocus to get a
Hocus
sequel.
Pocus got theirs, and they get
no, they only got it a couple of years ago, so it's about the same amount of time.
I am so shocked that people are just trying to throw Hocus Pocus outside like this. Like, where? Yeah. Practical Magic couldn't get out of my face immediately when it comes to these three movies. Like, what? I didn't even know this would be like a debate.
In the comments, they're saying Hocus Pocus gotta go, Tyra.
Oh, yes. Because look, that girl from yonder said it. The Practical Magic soundtrack, though, put the lime in the
put a spell on you.
We're going over there now for the soundtrack. I am talking about the quality of the film from start to finish and how much I've enjoyed it.
Right.
I mean, Practical Magic is cute or whatever, but I'm not rolling up on it like Hocus Pocus is a mainstay to watch every single solitary October, like Amen. Every time. As well as like something like The Witches. I don't throw it on as much as maybe Hocus Pocus, but I revisit it. I don't revisit Practical Magic unless somebody's like, hey, yeah, I seen it that get some yang around the house, but I'm not throwing Winifred out for that. Like, yes. No.
And look at the costumes even. You can dress up as a Sanderson sisters. Everyone know who you are. You dress up as Practical Magic. They're like, you just going to the grocery store.
I mean, it doesn't have, the cosplay value. That is correct. But it does have Midnight Margaritas. Mm-hmm. And it's got Soccer Channing.
I can't believe y'all. This is not the place I thought it was. This is not the place I thought it was. I thought this was a safe space. But this keeps it interesting. Like, I'm very, very surprised. I didn't know that y'all was standing on business so hard for Practical Magic. I would never. Okay, not standing next to those two. Maybe something else, but not those two. Absolutely not. But on that note, y'all, we're going to take a little moment, show a little love. Y'all keep on talking that mess down there. We're going to be right back.
Get quiet. When you try to come for me, I keep on flourishing. And he said he wanna rest when I'm the company is you love it how I move you love it how I touch you, my one. When all is said and done, you believe God is a woman. And I feel it after midnight, a feeling that you can't fight, my one. It lingers when we're done. You believe God is the woman. I don't wanna waste my time, yeah. You ain't got a one-track mind, yeah. Everything you way you like, yeah. And I can tell that you won't know how I want it. Ain't nobody else can relate. Boy, I like that you ain't afraid. Baby, lay me down and let's pray. I'm telling you the way I like it. You love it how I move you love it how I touch you, my one.
I'm being a hater. I will hate when it comes to the sisters. Like, what? I mean, what quotable lines are coming from Practical Magic? I don't. Did I miss the boat on Practical Magic? Maybe I need to go revisit it a little bit more often because it just never was that girl to me.
Yes, and it has Cutie Patootie. Cutie Patootie from ER.
He wasn't that cute. And then he's dead half the movie.
I mean,
it's insulting to be added to this lineup. The audacity, the icon of Hocus Pocus.
All right, we got other stuff coming up that y'all might be on the fence about. I thought we was all in synchronicity. Y'all out here acting like Rome. Okay, Julian's underwhelming Victrola. Like, I couldn't get into this. They had a lot of back and forth, like supposedly bantering. I feel like this really depleted what Ted Levine could offer, especially if we're only going to get him in this type of capacity. I thought this was a moment for him to shine. I thought we would be going from room to room, and we were really going to play with Rowan's mind. The fact that for majority of the episode, she was kind of in control. She didn't feel in fear, and he's all like, "Up, you got how many? You got 40 minutes, and you're in here. You're gonna die." And it's just like, somebody throw me a rope. Hey, throw me a rope. Oh, they're gonna figure it out. They're gonna do like all of this condescending forwardness coming off of Rowan. No matter the circumstance, even if she is an idiot, it always seems like she's in control of the situation. And the person that is far superior in intellect, like a Julian or Amara, or hell, it could have been Ciprien if he went out there acting like that. They just turned dumb. And I just don't understand it. I thought this did a really big disservice to him. And I was not here for the conversation of her kind of trying to best him. First, she was trying to appeal to his better nature and then kind of get under his skin with the whole conversation of who would have favored who more. I thought this was dead in the water. Quanah?
Can I say one thing first? I don't like how they got him trying to look like Santiago. I don't like it. I don't like it. I was okay at first, but seeing how we're not getting what needed to be gave, no, you can't be walking around here looking like my boy Santiago. I don't like it. They should have gave him some long hair with a ponytail, made him look a little bit more Scottish or something, like old man Scottish or something, but I don't like it. That aside, I like that he was kind of giving, like, I know something you don't know. I just was underwhelmed because the outcome was, okay, she was split in two parts. Give me something more. Give me like a little piece of you have inserted into her body and you're controlling things from the outside.
Yes.
Like that would have been interesting. Like to be like, they think it's just regular Rowan, but really he's infiltrated her or something. It just wasn't given.
Great minds think alike. When I tell you I stood up at the beginning because I was like, oh, he took over her body. He's out there. I thought that was the plausible choice. And when I found out it was still just dumbass Rowan, I was devastated.
So sad.
I was devastated. So sad. See, did you appreciate their interaction? And do you feel like Julian's, like, for them to have built him up so much? I feel like the interaction with Cortland, reigns supreme, or, in this situation. Were you here for this?
I was hoping for, much like with the Multiverse of Madness, I was hoping for a little bit more scenery changes. Like, if we're going to go through, multiverses, and we're going to go into the Victrola, this other type of realm, if you will. Why are we just sitting at the bar with Julian? Like, I feel like there should have been more changes there to make it feel like, okay, Julian's actually in control of this area. This is his realm, right? Mm-hmm. That felt a little flat to me visually. The performance from Julian, the actor, fantastic. Rowan was giving nothing, but he was giving all that he could give. And I wonder if he was even really feeling a role like that, because he wasn't at the end. Like, when they talk about the show at the end, and they was talking about him the whole time, and he didn't make not one appearance, not one quote, not one nothing.
I was here for it. Yes. For when she was like, well, if you give me the information and I'll stand here with you. It's like, girl, won't you? What does that do?
That's right. He's not want you. He is not interested. He got Evelyn and what's her name? And he ain't worried about you.
And then for anybody who doesn't know who this man is, of course, I think we've spoken of him and loving him on Monk, but this man can act. Let this man cook. This is such wasted potential. I wanted rubs the lotion on the skin, or else she gets the hose again. Energy. I wanted some crazy. I wanted us to go Silence of the Lamb on Rowan the whole episode. I wanted to just be peaked Julian crazy. I wanted him to tap into some of this. Not saying he was supposed to give this type of performance for the Mayfair Witches, because, okay, y'all ain't pay me enough for that. But still, I know what this actor has the capacity to do and how iconic he can be as a villain. Why would we step on him and waste his potential in this little raggedy show? Ashley, did you care? Did you
Yeah, no, I didn't. Like I said, and here's the problem, guys. When you give us a masterpiece like Interview with a Vampire, and then you give us this, there's no comparison. They literally want us to hate this. They want us to judge this because there's no comparison. And Roland James, whatever your name is, you're petty. You're petty for telling the showrunner that she had anything on her hands. You're petty for telling her that she was cooking. You're petty for even sending the rat catcher over here. You're petty for sending Felix over here, sir, because it just pales in comparison. There's really no tension down there. Like you said, Rowan's completely in control of her faculties. Julian, when he's down there with Cortland, is giving you everything you need in every moment. And Cortland is like, it's like this back and forth, right? That they're giving. With Rowan, it was like he is trying to serve the ball and she's missing it. Like there's no volley, there's no volley, excuse me, there's no back and forth, and it just makes for bad TV. And it is the writing. Ultimately, it's the writing and how they imagined this scene. This had so much potential. I think you said it, Tyra and Quana. If they would have if it would have been him being able to take over your body, if you stayed down there too long, I think it would have been flat just to unalive her in the first place. But give me something. Give me something about her past. Give me something about Lasher. Give me something that's going to make her uncomfortable before you take her out. Like, I want a villain who's going to play with their food before he eats it. And this just fell flat for me. It did not deliver, and I wanted it to.
The way this was supposed to be, well, put the lotion in the goddamn basket. It was supposed to be that, okay? We were supposed to be over there. We'll put the lotion in the goddamn basket, and we just weren't. Like, I just wanted Rowan to be quiet for a little while and just to really let him sink his. I really wanted her to feel like, I'm not going to get out of here and my life is in jeopardy. I mean, we know she has plot armor, but at least, fulfill our fantasy a little bit. Like, make her sweat. She has yet to sweat in any scenario. Thank you so much, Nelson, for the $20 super chat. Definitely appreciate that. Appreciate this panel. Y'all are more magical with your reviews than any of the Mayfairs. We do what we can. Like, that ain't even hard to be, Nelson. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Like, yeah, for anybody who didn't know, like, Ted been out here acting for a very long time, but anytime I see him, this is the first, of course, this is the most iconic thing that I think of as far as him and what he can do as far as villainy. So I was like, oh, if we are going to get in here, and I thought it was going to be like some big reveal. I thought she was going to come in and see him like, oh, he's this poor, defenseless, sitting by the fire. What she called him, a house cat of a man. And then when she realizes that it's not that, and you're kind of severed, I thought he was going to flip it. And it was just a bunch of back and forth. I was like, oh, this is a missed opportunity. Oh, gosh. Well, we got time to have them spraying pesticides all the time. And now we are here. I'm scared now because y'all been shaking the room. Y'all been shaking the table, okay? Ashley, I'm coming to you first. Are we going to go with Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, where we got, more, we're real dark. It got real dark. Or, our Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Baby, I didn't watch that witchcraft and wizardry over there on the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Baby, she was lighting candles on pentagrams on the floor. I'm not going over there. I saw the trailer and I thought, oh yeah, this Sabrina's not for me. So I'm gonna stay over there with Sabrina Teenage Witch, her aunties, that I kind of secretly thought were in a lesbian love affair, but I mean, it gave those teas for me. But yeah, I'm gonna stick over there with her and her little man and her little, high school drama. Yeah, give me Clarissa. Clarissa knows it all. Let me stay over there with her.
See, what about you? I know you watched Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
I did. But I also very much watched TGIF, what's it called? Thank God It's Fridays, when the Sabrina came on back in the day, girl. So I'm going with Sabrina the Teenage Witch. That's my girl. I ain't gonna hold you. Her and the cat, the little sassy cat. I love it. It's always Sabrina, the first Sabrina, for sure.
Quana, what about you?
I'm hurt. Grandma not hurt. Grandma just sad because Chilling Adventures has so much potential. And shout out to my husband because he stayed with it because I sure fell off because they dropped the ball for me. But it did give us R.I.P. Chance Perdomo. It gave us Tati. It gave us Jazz. But I'm gonna go with Sabrina the Teenage Witch because I watched the movie, the show. TGI Friday was everything. So yes.
I know. And I'm going to go over there too. It's really hard because I'm sure you can find somebody from another generation. They'll be like, what the hell? Like, of course it's Chilling. Like, And it might be just nostalgia's sake, but they really did begin to drop the ball with Chilling Adventures. Any show that makes me feel like we treading over to Riverdale CW type of territory, because Riverdale started off, cooking a little bit too, and then they let me down so bad with that show. And I feel like they kind of did the same thing with Chilling Adventures. Even though I love a good dark take on something, it's just it's something really nostalgic. I can hear the theme song playing in my head right now.
Right,
like,
me too. I was trying not to hum it.
all seasons, and not even that. It's back like we would get a nice little celebrity cameo. I can think about Harvey. All the it was just so good. It was so good, and I appreciate it for that. Even you talking about, I watched the show, the movie, and the cartoon. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
There was a cartoon.
So I'm gonna go over there with my girl because shout out to the Netflix though. They do their thing for as long as they can, and then they drop them all on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of time with Cortland here, which ended up being a waste of time because we literally had Rowan immediately come out privy to the information that he's kind of worked so hard to backtrack and pop pills for. I was like, all right. And she literally looked at a wine bottle like, and it was funny because Rowan's like, aha, like pretty sneaky, sis. It was very Scooby-Doo. Yeah, you almost had me. I got it. I know where we need to go in Scotland. But we at least we get more, I guess, backstory, as if we didn't know that Julian was a piss poor excuse for our father anyway. We know that Julian can erase memories now. The powers are just endless with Julian. At this point, why you in the Victrola? Just come on out, the powers are endless with this man. And we take a whole trip down memory lane with Mara, and we go to Scotland, and then it's just like, oh, I have a brother, and he's cutthroat and sinister, just like Dad. He was about that life where I wasn't, and it's just this big revelation. Ashley, I'm gonna come to you first. Like, how did you feel about this? Did this do anything for you to go on this journey, and how did you feel when you found out that there was all of a sudden another brother?
I'm excited about Ian, baby. Ian's relentless and cutthroat. This is what I need to see. But Julian was out here laying it low and spreading it wide, not just with his cousins, but across the pond. Like, Julian, I want to know. And when Cortland says, yeah, he got in the car, he made me get out because the two women was kissing him in the mouth. What? Julian, what were you doing over there? See, that's the tea that I want. That's what I need us to get into. That's where I need the flashback. I don't want to see y'all cutting up sheep. I want to see what Julian was doing with the Scottish women back then. That's what I want to know. But really what this did for me is it pissed me off because Cortland, you have all the potential in the world. You had the potential as well to be a super damn villain, and you were just a minion. You up there now talking about, I'm going to go get his spell book. Why didn't you know the spell book by heart by now? Julian been dead for how long, and you haven't picked it up and learned nothing? I haven't taught you anything? He's talking about, oh, I wonder what potion he gave me. You don't know. Like, you know everything else, but don't know that. This was Aggie to me. I'm excited for Ian. I'm excited for the whole Scotland crew because I think they're not new to this. They're true to this, unlike these jokers here. I wonder if we are going to get into the old gods. This really just gave me more questions, right, about just the lore of the Mayfairs and who is this woman that guards the family out there, right? Like, I'm interested to know what this is about. And again, like I said, Cortland, why, brother? Why? He erased your memory, so now you don't know you have a brother. But what is this going to change? You're still going to be painfully inadequate at the end of the day. And her reading that damn liquor bottle at the end pissed me off because what was it all for? What was it all for, girl? Like, just ugh.
The only thing I got out of that scene when it was, it was very color purple. You had him your way, I had him mine. It was like I gave myself. I was his lover and his mother. It's like I gave myself over. Yeah, I gave all of myself. You don't know it. I was like, oh, Julian, please. I'm like, please, like, tell us more. Just give us something. Quana, what about you? Like, were you here for the journey to Scotland with Cortland?
I'm here for it. It's just I'm losing faith in the show doing something interesting with it. But I'm here for it. And I thought it was interesting. Okay, now we get a little bit of backstory now. Maybe somebody with some actual, like, some pizzazz, some schemes, some knowledge is going to come. I was a little bit disappointed that, like Ashley said, he really didn't seem like he had done much exploration into his power since all of this has transpired. But that's kind of how the show has been so far. It's like 1 minute it seems like people understand their powers, and the next minute, but they don't know anybody else's powers. I'm so confused. Like, where is the magical system in this show? And why don't we have it? Just seems like the show writers have not created a Bible of how they were going to explain the magic system here. And it is really kind of frustrating me. But I'm excited because maybe there will be something interesting. Fingers crossed.
You sound real hopeful, Quana.
Okay. I'm gonna say Ian's in real life can be interesting people, and so I'm gonna hold out hope for Ian.
Absolutely. See where you're here for the journey. When they took out the little unsuspecting innocent girl holding the pig, were you here for it, or a sheep, or whatever she had?
I wish that we would have spent more time in these flashbacks. I feel like there was more to discover there than it was with Julian literally like force feeding Rowan the clues to get out of the goddamn Victrola. Like everything that she found out was because of him telling her. Like he gave her the bottle to look at. He's telling her, "Hey, you don't feel different? Like there's a split between you and the girl and the other." It's like he was leading her to water, but she wouldn't drink it. So I was like, if instead of all of that, we could have just had some more time with Cortland uncovering his memories, and we kind of like piece together the story to find out, oh well, this is his brother, this is where they could possibly be taking Lasher. I feel like they could have did more with that than what we got with what we get.
Quana, was it a cow? She was holding some. I've been trying to hold on to give y'all these slides.
He called it a sheep, but when they rolled up on it, I said that looked like a baby cow, not a baby sheep. So I was real confused. I was so confused because when they rolled up on it, I said, "Let me zoom in a little closer." I said, "That looked like a baby calf."
I'll be checked out half the time.
Oh, I thought it was sheep. I thought that's what she had said.
He said it was a sheep, but it didn't look like a sheep. As somebody whose family has killed goats and sheep before, it just didn't look like it looked like one of those miniature cows.
I'm a city girl. I can't tell the difference. Look like sheep to me.
Child, if it ain't a llama or alpaca, it was all the blur to me. Quana, I'm going to come to you first. We have Charmed, and I mean Charmed the entire show from start to finish, all seasons, or just The Craft, the one film. One has to go, Quana. Which one are you going with?
Tyra, no. Why would you do
we gotta keep it interesting. This is what happens when Mayfair don't give us nothing.
Oh my word. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is so hard. Because Rachel True, the Rachel True of it all. But my friend Darian would kill me if I cut Charmed. Okay, I'm gonna say the Craft.
Oh my gosh, Queen.
I don't. Oh my gosh, don't make me do it. I feel like this is Russian roulette. Okay. I'm gonna say the Craft.
Okay, you're gonna go with the Craft, and the Craft is leaving or staying.
It's leaving. Oh gosh.
That is leaving, y'all. See, what about you? Is the Craft staying or is Charmed?
I hate to do it because representation and all of that. I love to see that we had a black girl in the movie, but Charmed is more iconic. I hate to say it. It's the seasons were good. If we're not including the remake or the spinoff or the whatever heck you want to call it, which we shouldn't because it was trash.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, I'm going Charmed all the way. It's the better. It gave us more, so I'm going to say Charmed. It's got to stay.
Ashley, what about you? Charmed or the Craft?
I ain't seen a single episode of Charmed ever in my life. So for that reason, we're keeping the Craft and we're getting rid of Charmed. Get it out of there.
I just, I don't care. Like, and I love Charmed. Like, I love Charmed down. I was watching every single episode. I thought it was the second coming when that show came out. I was like, you got to watch Charmed and stuff like Angel, Dark Angel, Buffy. I was like, this is good times. But baby Nancy Downs is over there, okay? I can't leave Nancy. I invoke thee. I'm going to go over there with Nancy and the girls because why not? I just can't. It carries so much more pressure in that one movie and just what it did for... And that's to say that Charmed in a stereotypical sense is maybe what you would naturally think of. Oh, they have the book and the witches and the craft is just something totally different. It just gave a different allure to me to what a witch could represent, and I think it's a predecessor to Charmed. Also, if I'm not mistaken, it came out first, right?
I think so.
Yeah, it came out
Yeah,
first. So
it was workshop, but it hit the streets first.
yeah, because
They
I
didn't
think
even give Rochelle a last name, Tyra.
if I'm not mistaken, like Charm is kind of a spin-off of the craft, because I reviewed the craft, and I think when I was doing my little research, it was they broke. That's why the intros of both the movie and the show are kind of the same. It's more of a spin-off. Basically the craft birthed them babies is what I'm saying. So, and it was presented, and I just kind of flipped it and put the spelling magic on it to make it more suitable in a TV series type of sense, and not as dark, because baby Nancy was serving. I wanted to see what happened when Nancy got out the crazy house and was over there with the folks, but we didn't get that. We got this rendition, and it was Charmed. I'm gonna go with the craft though. It has to stay. I'm so sorry. I love them girls over there. Shout out to Prue, but
Rest in peace, Shannon Doherty. Oh, that was my girl.
Her decision.
She gone.
But
Linda gone.
y'all, before we move on to the rest of the show, do know that it is Black History Month. It is Black History Month, and we will be hitting you guys with some Black History per se content every single week for the entire month of February. This is what we have coming up, and we will definitely be right back.
And I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, black. I'm blacker than black, yo. Because I'm black and I'm back. Yo, I'm black and I'm black, y'all. And I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. And I'm blickety black, 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 black. I'm black, 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 y'all. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, 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 y'all. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm black.
Turn.
All right. Anybody who has not seen CB4, you are doing yourself a disservice, because we Black, y'all. Make sure that you guys go and watch CB4. Please, 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 please. But that is what's coming up. As you can see, first on the docket is Malcolm X. Yes, it will be an open watch along. Ashley and myself and anybody else who wants to join. We will be watching Malcolm X from start to finish. Be prepared to be sad. That's all I'm gonna say, because it is long, but I think it's worth the watch and definitely worth revisiting, even if it's just for February right now. But then what we got here. We got here. I don't even know what to say about Lark here. What kind of name is that's like? Because I remember, I think it was last time we discussed him. Ash was like Clark. I was like, it's just Lark. It's just Lark.
Lark makes no sense, Tyra. Put a C on it.
We know that, but this is what the show gave us. But he's the love of Rowan's life. What? Is that what that flashback was supposed to do for us last episode? Some unrequited situation, and she's been so... Maybe her heartbreak is the reason that why, since the moment he arrived there, she gave that coldness. Like, but okay. We have Rowan, lovey-dovey Rowan, have this dilemma, because it's like, oh, he's just here. He knows too much. He's seen too much. Should I give him this blueberry rooted forget-me-not tea? Because I just love him so much. We knocked the tea out even prior to that, because we are anticipating giving him the tea and him forgetting it anyway. So lovey-dovey, unintelligent Rowan decides to purge every little thing about the family, and he's just sitting there taking it. I didn't care about any of that. I already felt like these Rowans were identical. I didn't see the difference. But my issue was, I need y'all to remain on course. I need Lark to be our side plot villain. I need him to have ill intent. What are we doing in here helping? Huh? What are we doing in here helping? I wanted Lark to not be a love interest, definitely not to be the long lost love of Rowan's life, but to be in this for an ulterior motive for himself. There's still a possibility that that's there, but this just kind of sidetracked me, especially with how she was acting. But she decides, I'm not going to give him the tea, and we're just going to have all this information, and you're going to come with us to Scotland, because you need to come. And like, when it comes to like pulling the rope, somebody throw me a rope. In a sense, in a way, kind of, sort of, Lark was that rope along with Rowan, because their love was so strong. Ashley.
Man, give me that blonde on the boat. That's who I felt like she was more with than she was with damn Lark. We didn't hear about Lark in season 1. Where was Lark when your mama died? Where was Lark when you was going through the worst time of your life, when you was laid out on that California beach and Sip was stalking you? Where was Lark then? Where was the Lark then? We ain't heard about a damn Lark. Lark was not the love of your life. Cut it out. That was weird as hell. Oh, because he loved me. Something serious. No, girl, when that man told you that this wasn't his ministry, being a surgeon, you said, well, what about me? You didn't love that man. You don't love anybody, Rowan. Rowan doesn't know the meaning of the word. I don't buy any of this crap. I hope Lark takes that blood and becomes a superhero. I hope that he takes it to the lab and he makes $1 billion off of it and does something to her with it, because it was so goofy. This whole thing, well, do you have a Band-Aid? You got a diaper? You got anything with his DNA on it, with his blood? It dried up Q-tip? I was aggravated by this entire thing. And the fact that you laid it all out there. Yeah, I'm a witch. Now you know what your powers are too, Rowan. Yeah, I have biological magic or medical magic, whatever. You see that scar? You see that scar? It was like gave Lethal Weapon. Y'all remember that scene where Mel Gibson and his girlfriend, they're going over their war wounds, their scars? Oh, yeah, that was from a boxing accident in 19, whatever. Shut up. This was dumb. I was aggravated. It doesn't give steam heat. They have no chemistry. I would have rather the blonde with the slow humps that we met season 1 being the love of your life.
We saw that one time.
Yes. Yes.
No, my issue is we're still getting into your selfishness. How could you expose your entire family like this? All y'all ministry. Well, he's a good person. He's a good person. Like you don't know that. You're selfishly knocking tea out of folks' hand and revealing literally everything to a T. But he's just here trying to harness power and double down on DNA to give you some Lasher so you can try to do this spell yourself to not only heal him, but pull out JoJo and them. Go to hell. See?
Honestly, this episode convinced me more than the others that he might have some nefarious, ulterior motives, because he was just a little too curious, right? And he was also a little too accepting of, I'm a witch. He didn't ask no questions. He was just like, oh, really? Let me get some of that blood then, right? It was like, oh, something fishy here. I don't know. And I feel like Rowan is just, she loves whoever loves her, right? She loves Ciprien at first because he was, showing her attention. Lasher showing her some attention. She all in his face. Now Lark showing her a little bit of attention. She all in his face. It's like, it's something with her. She has a thing about, I need to be loved. And it's clear to me in how she running these streets and how she acting. But I still think Lark is a little suspicious. So I'm not going to give it all the way that he's a good guy. But even with that, I still think he's going to die at the end of the season. I don't know, but that's what I feel.
If he's not, that would be such a wasted opportunity. Like I told y'all, episode 2. I don't want another man running around hanging onto her left tit. We already have Lasher and Ciprien for that.
Mm-hmm. When they said, "Oh, this is like the love of," I want to throw a shoe. I love me some Jonah. Jonah in America, they had all the, I don't even remember what her name was on the show, but they had all the chemistry. I was like here for it. They didn't give us no flashback, no steamy moments, no nothing. And I just thought all of the times that we've seen them together, how easy would it be for them to like center on a memory that they had or a moment that they had, and for them to like have a caress or a moment or a lock of eyes or something. So when we get to this moment, I believe that like there was some passion. Up to this point, she has still just been using oh boy the whole time. So how am I supposed to believe that there is any romance between them? That irked my nerves so bad. It's like either use him like you've been doing, and then let him be evil like he's been given. But don't try to convince me that there's something romantic between these two, because I don't buy it. And it just pissed me off. It pissed me off so bad. I'm ready for Jonah to go.
Child, even she didn't believe her own hype. She yelling there about that rope, or either yelling. Does he actually believe? I would never say that. Like, she's an airhead. I was like,
it has to be Telemaska or something. He didn't even blink. This girl said, I'm a witch. He was like, okay,
right.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Tell me more. He said, okay. That wouldn't even go through her head. Like, you're just divulging all this information per usual, putting everybody's life in jeopardy, girl. She's crazy. He better be a villain. I swear, if he is anything but a villain, finale, I'm going on a whole 15-minute tangent. I'm just saying, because don't do anything with him but that. I would definitely appreciate it. And here we are. Now, we have True Blood here. We have Buffy. And we have American Horror Story. The entirety of American Horror Story. I mean all of it. Even the ones we don't like so much. I got Coven here because, that's one of my faves. But one of these has to go. Are you getting rid of the entire American Horror Story, keeping all of Buffy and True Blood, or vice versa? Quanah, I'm going to come to you first.
Oh, this is easy. I'm getting rid of American Horror Story. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to people who like this show, because I love me some Sookie Stackhouse and I love me some Buffy.
Sookie Stackhouse.
And Sookie with them ancient behind vampires, they were sexy, and then you had Tara and you had Lafayette.
Lafayette made it.
He was so good. They had to keep his. He was supposed to die, and they had to keep his character alive because he was so good. Yes. Oh yes.
See, what about you?
Oh, I'm so glad this is one has to go and not only one can stay, because I was torn between True Blood and Buffy. And I was like, oh, which am I going to pick? And then I read it correctly. I was like, okay, only one got to go. Okay, man, we can do this. And it's definitely going to be an American Horror Story. R.I.P. to Coven, R.I.P. to Asylum, R.I.P. to, what's it called? The first one, some house, I forget at the moment.
Murder House.
But yeah, American Horror Story can go because Buffy is a real one and Sookie is that girl. So.
Ashley?
It's all about Eric Northman for me. So True Blood could never go anywhere. It's all about Lafayette and Eric over there. Honestly, American Horror Story and Buffy could go. I don't give a damn. I've never seen either one of these shows before in my life. It's only True Blood for me. Oh. Yes, rest in peace, Lafayette. He made it. He made True Blood. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. I see C is rewatching it. I'm definitely gonna go back down the rabbit hole here soon.
Get to see how they terrorize Tara. Okay. Now, Sookie ain't going nowhere. Okay. Sookie Stackhouse. She got to stay. All right. Now, it's just so painful. I can't leave American Horror Story on the ground. I just can't. I cannot in this space. I cannot leave American Horror Story on the ground. I can't. I just can't. I can't. Those at least first 3 seasons, we can really push for 4 and go in between. Those first 3 seasons of American Horror Story are solid as hell. I just can't. I can't in good faith leave it over there. I just can't. And I love me some Sarah Michelle. I really do. A lot. Oh, Spike is over there. I love me some Spike. But I just can't.
Don't do it, Tara. Don't do it, Tara. Just think about Spike. Think about Spike, Tara.
And then there's something, I think maybe because Buffy is more so childhood, and Coven and American Horror Story is more like Tara watching things as a grown adult. And I think we were just so deprived when that came out. As far as horror based, especially anthology, and we were being innovative every single season. You got a fresh story. All new purpose, and you could get things, whether it was a hotel, whether it was a coven, whether it was a murder house, whether it was ghosts, whether it was a haunted asylum or something. And it's just Ryan Murphy at his peak and at his best, in my opinion, because I ain't never getting to them glee streets like that. So it was always that for me, and I can't in good faith leave it on the ground. Quanah, Buffy got to go. Buffy got to go because I can't get rid of Sookie. Okay, I just can't.
I just saw today that Buffy might be getting revamped. They might be doing another Buffy series.
Yes, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, C, are you reading the books for your recap, for your rewatch? It's True Blood?
For True Blood, no, I've read the books when I was in high school, and I love them, but I'm just rewatching the show.
No. Then all the sex that was being had on True Blood,
Baby Charlene is a mess.
They having sex on here.
And I'll see it in there looking good.
I can remember True Blood dropping, and me and my mom before had decided, we're going to watch this together. It was we are never watching this together. We will not. This was not the show to prioritize as family viewing. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Buffy. I gotta go. I just felt so bad about that. But now we're here. We're gonna feel better because now Ian's here. Ian's here. We never knew you, Al. You can go. You won't get the chance to erase anything moving forward. The fact that none of these people move, believing that everyone is a threat and nobody can be trusted, you need to remain guarded at all times. Baby just died. Just died. We didn't get too much from Lasher here. Lasher is still, lost little lamb. You said this would feel like home. I don't feel anything. Where's my mom? Where's Rowan? All right, shut up. I will never get into Lasher. I'm sorry. But we have a new threat in this new character by the name of Ian, and they do the most literal, like, yeah, he's cutthroat. He cutthroat. You just see him. I was like, oh, the lack of nuance, the lack of subtlety, but at least somebody's doing something. That's all I can say. At least, even if it's all the way across the waters in Scotland, and we got her. Oh, you don't care about the wishes in Mayfair and New Orleans. You only care. Oh, all right. I don't give a damn what Rowan had to say about nothing. But at this point, we're on a mission to get here. Quanta, I'm going to come to you first. How did you feel about this? Are you going to miss old Al?
Again, they give us stuff and then they take it away. I don't know what to make of anything. I know I'm not going to miss out. I don't really care. I want to know what's happening with Ian. I love the actor who plays Ian, by the way. And so I'm excited for him. So, a win is a win. I'll take the loss of Al, Lasher, I don't even know. Like, I almost forgot about Lasher. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, we ain't seen Lasher in so long. I almost forgot he existed.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's sad. I mean, he ain't doing nothing this season.
No, he must be a main character. Where he been? We ain't seen him since episode 2.
See?
I'm glad that old Al got got rid of it in the episode. I didn't see it coming. So this was a shock to me at the end of the episode. But I'm glad it happened because I feel like we just gotta get rid of all of the Talamasca in this series before we go on to the Talamasca before its own separate series. So there's no connection, there's no crossover. We don't need to make any connections here. Okay, just kill them off. But as far as Ian is concerned, I was here for Ian. I was like, okay, Ian, doing some things. He's a bad guy. And this picture ain't doing him no justice, but when he was moving around, I said, he's an attractive older man. Okay, we can see it. So I'm here for Ian. I'm curious to see how he is going to influence Lasher in whatever capacity.
Quanta, you were in high school when Buffy came out?
Yeah, I think so. I think Buffy came out in like 96, 97. I'm old.
Okay.
I'm old.
Girl,
You are not old, Quanta. We right there.
But to be fair, I was like 14, I think, when it came out.
I went to Google it. It's 97. Your girl was 7.
So I was 15. I was 15 when it came out.
Yeah, okay. I was 7, y'all. Corner one hanging out with me. She was telling me to get out her face. Ashley, are you? Well, you already said it, but are you here for Ian? And what do you think about Lasher in this state that we see him in Scotland?
I'm tired of seeing Lasher. Ever since y'all told me this is my boy from Boardwalk Empire, I just can't get right because this is just such a travesty to this actor. Like, really, they got you over here looking like Uncle Bob? Like, I hate it. Like, Lasher, just every time I see him on the screen, I get aggravated, and then I'm comparing him to that other character, which I adored him in with the mask. I like him better deformed. As far as Albrecht, again, like Quanta said, it's like you give us something and you take it away. I thought he had all the potential. I love the element of him being a double agent. What was the Talmasca's real investment? Was he ever really Talmasca? Was he always a double agent? What was his intrigue or connection to the family? Like they just and I just don't get that. So you procure Lasher. Lasher's like, don't leave. This made me beg the question, okay, is Lasher the spirit finally going to reconnect with Lasher the person in the homeland? Did he have some foreknowledge of what was about to happen, as he warns him? We didn't get any of that, but at least I got to see a throat split. I'm excited for our new threat. I hope he's interesting. I hope he's not all just brute force. I hope there's some line of intelligence there. I hope we get deeper into the lore of the Mayfairs and find out, what happened in Scotland when the rest of them immigrated. But yeah, Albert, I liked him. I liked his character. I thought he had potential. And I think he went out very bad, and we didn't get answers.
Ash, that's a lot of hope.
I'm keep hope alive.
That's a whole lot of hope. You guys, before we wrap this up, do know that you guys are welcome to become members and join us in the Discord where we have a really, really good time. But we will have an even better time this up and coming Saturday because that is when we have our members only watch along. This week, it is Ash's turn, and this is what she picked. If you want to be a part of us watching this movie, join us, become members.
Just know I notice you.
We'll be right back.
Stay woke, no joke, it really be the ones you closest to. Had to stop sleeping on myself like I ain't know the truth. Oh, this to me like it's really nobody code is this. And if you disagree, then you jaws and your claim get audited. Who you know do the beating and talking and write the harmonies. I'm really convinced there's nobody out here going hard as this. Wish well the dog that claim belief in me so he can use me. Look at me now, you chose your route, I know you seem to see it. Talk about all that flop, but that's not harming us. Capping your status, we back, ain't nobody bras us. To the ones that held me down for the count, look at what growth will do. I'm the kid from the corner set, feeling double sex with loot they pay to play my back. Ain't no way I'm going back until I'm fossil fuel to the flame, just like I'm supposed to do. Enough of the code switching, been hitting my soul, been on the ropes, I'm ready to grow, so get to know niggas. Keep your head up, I want you to grow with me. See this gold on you, want you to glow with me.
Coming in.
Been hitting my soul, been on the ropes, I'm ready to grow.
And if I ask you to keep helping me with my writing.
And there you have it, guys. Please pull up for Finding Forrester. One of the few movies that I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, this ain't no white savior trope. They not in the blind side. The Green Book us to death. Hidden Figures us. I was pleasantly surprised the very first time that I saw it. And if you want to see it, be sure to join us. But y'all, we're gonna wrap it up and end it off here before we give, our predictions and whatnot. Quinn, who is your favorite sister?
My favorite sister is Prue. I'm sorry. I'm a Shannon Doherty stan till like the day that Beverly Hills 90210. I would take it back to even Little House on the Prairie. That is my girl. All day, every day.
I'm trying to think because the natural answer is always like, how can you not love? She was just the center. I can remember the episode when we lost Prue, and it was like she's coming back. They're gonna do something in that little spell book, and she's gonna come back, and she was just gone and deaded. That was such a loss to the show. It's amazing that they did regroup and they were able to go on because she was the sister. Phoebe was always getting on my nerves. She was always doing something over there with Cole and them, doing the most. And then, I love Leo and them because, Leo was that man. Stand by your man. Leo was going to be there. But the heart was always Prue, so I got to go with Prue. See?
Oh, this is hard because I thought Phoebe was interested and I liked her relationship with Cole. I was like, okay, she got the bad boy, right? And but I also liked Piper.
Mm-hmm. I love Piper.
I like Piper because she got with her man too. Her man was down for her. So I'm like, Piper kind of dry though sometimes. That's the only thing about Piper. She's a little dry sometimes. So I'm going to go with Phoebe, actually. I feel like she was interested in her man. Was interested.
They make me regroup because the way I just wanted Piper's power so bad. I was like, I wish I could just stop.
Yeah, right. Stop.
Get over there. You can't do it. Actually, I'm gonna just ask you, just on GP, even though I know you ain't watched the show, just off of appearance, who are you picking?
Yeah, I'm going over there with Shannon. That's Brenda. I'm going over there with Brenda from 90210. That's all I know. Yeah. I know Alyssa Milano, but I hear she be into it with people on Twitter. I'm sticking with Shannon Doherty. We're going over there with Brenda. I don't even know her on this show, but that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Ashley said, people will come up to something like this and be like, spoilers. I've never seen Charm. If your ass ain't seen Charm by now, I don't know what to tell you. She died. She died, okay? Live with it.
High key, you could have left off the other sister because I wasn't even watching like that when she got on there.
Poor Paige.
I kept watching when Paige got there. Rose McGowan always had an energy about her, Yeah, predictions. I don't have nothing, we set off and we're going to Scotland on I'm sure another crash dummy mission, and of course Lark is in tow also. I want it to be better than the episode that we got here. Ashley, what are your predictions for episode 6?
I'm hopeful for Scotland. I really think we are going to get to understand the real Mayfairs. And I hope that they have more to offer than these New Orleanians, right? That's my hope. I hope it's some action, some intrigue, and just something more than what we've gotten from Rowan before. Lord have mercy. I know they will be dry humping. So just mark your calendars. I saw it on the preview. I know that's going to happen with she and Lark. So, you know, fasten your seatbelts for that. But yeah, I just hope we get into the lore of Scotland and what power really looks like. And, you know, are they going to be using Lasher? Now, that was the part that really stood out to me because, you know, they were always like, you know, Lasher serves the family, serves the family, serves the family. Are these Scotsmen, are they going to make him serve the family? I'm interested to see that.
Now we got to look forward to an anatomically incorrect sex scene. All right. See, episode 6 predictions.
I have no idea for episode 6. I'm going to say I'm hoping we get to find out what Lasher is exactly. I still don't know if is he like a spirit, is he a demon, is he like a demigod of some sort, is he like what's going on with Lasher? So I'm hoping we get more of that possibly. But yeah.
Nothing. I ain't got nothing. I don't know. Quanah predictions.
I don't have any predictions, but someone in the comments said something, and it just made me more. You know, we be in here having our little kiki and coming up with so many better ideas than what we have been given on screen. And so someone was mentioning the fact that we have gotten nothing from these Black witches, no kind of ancestral magic from them, and that just pissed me off all over again. Because even a throwaway line to like, we have magic that you don't have because, you know, of our roots or something. Like, Interview is so willing to go there, and I just don't understand why we don't get any of that development here. It just makes me mad. So I don't have a lot of hope for what we're going to get in Scotland because they haven't really given us much here in New Orleans. It's supposed to be like the seed of all this like magical energy and everything, and we don't have anything with that. So now we're going to a new destination, and I don't know that we're gonna get anything from that, but I feel like it's going to end up flipping, and it's going to just be about the brothers, and Roman's going to get to the background. We're not going to, you know, which she can stay in the background because she can't act, so that's fine. And it's going to be like, we're not going to get anything good into the last episode. And then we're going to find out that the show's not going to be renewed, and we're going to be mad all over again. That's my prediction. That's my prediction for the rest of the show.
I just don't want Rowan to be anywhere manipulating, outsmarting people, because the Scotland folks, they have been waiting for this pinnacle moment forever now. Let's not let this be a moment of like, I don't want that.
Did we ever find out about, because I might have blinked and missed it. Remember when they first showed us the little Scotland girl, the little witch girl who was like the
season 1.
Yes. Did we ever find out about the guy who she was palming in the forest?
No.
He tried to get her, you know, burnt at the stake.
But I felt like there was something else with that. So maybe we'll get something where her ghost will pop up. That would be interesting. I don't know. Let me stop trying to fix these people show for them.
All right, that's all right. Quanah, you at least gave me a new code. I'm gonna text like, "Hey, baby, palm in the forest." I'm gonna start, "Hey, palming in the forest." Little code word. That's when you lean over to your significant other, your husband. "Hey, baby, palming in the forest." Like, what? I know what that means. But this has been as awesome as we could ever make it. Even though we may not have the best time with the show, we always have a good time with each other. I'm going to hit you guys with our weekly calendar, and then we're going to come back and talk about where you can find us and where you can go support us. Matter of fact, while I'm running this calendar, if you guys have yet to subscribe to all of us, please go and do so now.
So pack your legs and throw your keys up. Take a round, 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 round. Come pour some sugar on me, honey. It's a real live boogie and a real live hold down. Don't be a bitch, come take it to the floor now. Woo. One step to the right, we headed to the dive bar. We always go with nice. Ooh, run me to the left and spin me in the middle, boy. I can't read your mind. Say Texas.
Woo! You know, I'm telling y'all, that's a wedding song. I don't care. That's like a slide. That's a vibe, okay? Quana, I'm going to come to you first. Let the people know where they need to come to support you and maybe some of the things that you have coming up on your channel.
Hello, y'all. Come on over to Her Real Review, where you can get some good movie reviews, also some TV show reviews. I'm currently in the middle of reviewing Paradise. I do have to relaunch my episode 2 video because it was messed up, but my mama even said I had her ready to watch it. So y'all know y'all need to go ahead and come on over here for that. And I am about to start a deep dive series for Black History Month, and then going into the rest of the year with some good movies that you guys may be familiar with. So yeah, come visit me for that.
I want to say my mama even said.
My mama even said she did. She don't watch nothing. So
see the Superior. What about you?
Over on my channel, I'm watching Mayfair Witches. I record myself watching it for the first time and, post it, and we can talk about it on my channel. Also, Invincible's coming out. I want to say it's coming out this week. I think it's this week. So I'll be talking about it, Invincible as well. I am casually watching True Blood. So if you check me out on Instagram, you may see some stories of me talking about True Blood. And yeah, that's pretty much what's going on my channel. See the Superior on all platforms.
Yeah, most definitely. All of us are on Instagram. We would definitely appreciate if you guys would follow. And TikTok, if you that kind of girl, I ain't over there. But several people are over there. Go support. If you see us on TikTok, go and do you subscribe on TikTok? Do you follow? What you do over there on TikTok?
Follow.
Oh, you follow on
Follow.
TikTok.
Yeah.
You know I'll be over there in them streets. Ashley, tell them people what we got going on tomorrow.
Ciao. Y'all know tomorrow night we will be doing our live watch along of Married at First Sight. We did it last week for the first time and it was a great success. Wednesday night we will be back to do the actual live review of Married at First Sight. Thursday night, buckle in. It's 3.5 hours. We watching Brother Malcolm. Okay. Friday is Harlem. Saturday is Severance, and my blockbuster movie night selection, Finding Forrester. Yeah, and don't forget to be on the lookout for uploads this week. I will be back on my uploads this week. So just keep an eye out. I've got some interesting stuff coming up for Black History Month. And I'm excited. Make sure you're subscribed and that you have that notification bell hit.
Please do, because don't miss the end of the month Josephine Baker cosplay, because I'm trying to show up for Josephine. Okay. Let me get this super chat. DeMarcus coming in on the back. Hello. Thank you, DeMarcus. Are y'all team 50 or team Big Meech? Larry Hoover, whipping work, hallelujah. What is happening?
Big Meech.
What? I mean, I don't know nothing about that man life like that. I don't even watch BMF. So I'm just gonna be team 50 if that's the options, ladies.
Team
This has got to be related to the whole thing with BMF and 50 Cent, and there like being some sort of falling out about like the show and something that happened in the show. DeMarcus, fill us in. We don't know fully.
The whole son is on it though, isn't his son on it?
Mm-hmm. But I guess there's issues with something, with the way the story is being told or something that happened. I don't know. But I'm over there with 50. He getting his bag. He put the family on, and he put some money in their pocket. I can't be mad at 50. I'm a sit over there with 50. Mm-hmm.
I said, don't get out and act shocked. Okay, stop it. How many seasons BMF been on by now? All right. C, are you team Big Meech or 50?
Y'all, I don't even know what BMF is. I don't know what's going on. I'm lost in the sauce, so I can't even vote on this. I'm firmly in the middle. I have no idea.
Quana, do you know about Big Meech and them?
I know very little, just a cursory, just on the outskirts. I don't know. Do I like 50 today? 50 be getting on my nerves sometimes, y'all. I ain't gonna hold you. So he be talking too much junk for me. I can't. I'm gonna say Big Meech right now, but I might flip tomorrow.
I don't know. I'm just gonna go with you. Up early in the morning. trying to make a move. Coming in when you shorty, take your
Not with the
little
jaw.
You know what?
even though she calls you drama, you love your baby mama. I'm over there. I think about old 50 with that Teflon vest on, and I'm still over there. This 50, trolling 50, though funny, he petty. But you know, who don't love a good petty celebrity child? But y'all, that is all we have. Be sure to join us next Monday for Mayfair and come have a good time. We appreciate your support, and tell a friend who probably doesn't like this show either that we talk about it. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah. Good night.